So I realized I haven't properly introduced myself. So I'm Moromillas Radec. You don't have to pronounce that. Most people just call me Moro, M-O-R-O. So yeah. Does that come right? Basically, I'm a gourmand. I do a lot of cooking. I do a lot of eating. I don't overindulge. Like I don't eat desserts, for example, every day. Like desserts are only for desserts. I save that for once a year. Like last year, I did tata citron on a pâte sablé, and this year I'm going to do Belgian pralines. I only do it for December, sort of like a pastafarian thing, where you do whatever you want in December and call that holiday. But yeah, that's basically what I do with my days. Yeah. I was diagnosed quite early. I would have been about the height of a mini fridge. I don't remember much of it. I was very, very young, and it's just one day that you suddenly have this label called Asperger's that you don't know much about. What was it like? Yeah, it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. I shouldn't be laughing about it, but yeah, it was. It would be fair to call it abusive. Basically, it wasn't abusive in the way like for example, you weren't being beaten every day. It was abusive that you were constantly reinforced with the idea that something was wrong with you. Like for example, it was constantly reinforced that you were either a horrible person or you were a stupid person. And I did end up believing that I was either monstrous or really stupid when those things aren't true. And I did end up thinking for quite a while in my youth that I was cursed. When that's not the case. Yeah. If it was a case of every now and again they would say, oh no, you're stupid, you're a monster and stuff like that. If that only happened very rarely, then I probably wouldn't call it abusive, but it was something that was reinforced almost on a daily basis. So to give you a practical example, you'd have your own family calling you spastic or retard, for example, and you'd have your own family saying, I think you might be a horrible person. The YouTube channel, what's that about? Why is this fool on YouTube? So, yeah, I wanted to do a lot of, I have a lot of things to say on Asperger's, but I don't think it's a very good idea to talk exclusively about Asperger's, because I do have quite a lot to say on Asperger's, and yeah, I think if I kept constantly talking about it, people would be like, oh God, he's going on about it again. So I think I'm gonna have to mix it up a bit so it doesn't get really boring and repetitive. I have a lot of other things to talk about. For example, food or video games, for example. But basically, what I would like to achieve is the removal of all these vile stigmas that are associated with Asperger's, with Aspergians. And yeah, I would like it if there was, a bit of equality there. Yeah, if you've heard of neurodiversity, that's a fantastic idea. Neurodiversity. If you can imagine the enterprise where humans and Vulcans combine, you then have the enterprise. Yeah, that's what neurodiversity is. But except for humans and entities and Aspergians. What did I do? I grew up playing quite a lot of video games. But that's basically all I did as a child. Is just play video games. I started out with Super Nintendo. Well, not just not Super Nintendo. The original NES. But not just that. Down the road, the neighbours they had Amigas and Commodores. So we had a Nintendo, we had the Amigas and Commodores, and our cousins they had the Sega Master System. So we played we played a lot of games, all the Marios, Lemmings and Worms, all the Monkey Islands. We also played, what did we play? Oh shit, trying to think back. Oh, international karate, where you press something else in T and you make the pants fall down. We play all the Sonic games and all the different C games. And the first game, one of the first games I was playing, that was obviously Mario, and then went on to Kung Fu and Zelda and all that. Yeah. So I grew up playing a lot of games, and one day there was like a garage sale next door, and they were selling a really old Sega, and so I bought it. I bought it and all the games, and so I had in my house the Nintendo and the original Sega and all these games that I could play. And one day, some robbers broke in and they stole both the consoles. They stole both my consoles, the Nintendo and the original Nintendo and the original Sega. And yeah, it was okay because they were actually insured, and I got something even better, which is the Super Nintendo. So then we had. So I grew up playing all those games, and then went on to the Super Nintendo. Link to the Past, Donkey Kong Country, and all these other games. Mario World, Yoshi's Island. Yeah, we play all these games, and then we went on to the 64. Because the neighbours down the street they played with us as well. So we played GoldenEye, Rockets in the Complex, Prox Mines in the Facility, and also played Ocarina of Time. It took me ages to get like all the little Skulltulas, from that, all the bug things and all the heart containers from the original Ocarina of Time. But I eventually managed to do it. I think that was when I didn't have internet. I think I'm not sure. I probably would have looked up a guide on how to get all the Skulltulas, because I think that one was really hard. What else did I play? Yeah, and then from then we went on to PlayStation. The original Metal Gear Solid, Tenchu. I really liked Tenchu. That was a really good game. Really into stealth games. And we basically played up, grew up I basically grew up playing video games. So there's another topic in and of itself. So yeah. So yeah. All right. I'll see you later then.